This is Group Star, and today we're going to be discussing the transformational leadership model, how it applies to the workplace, what are the benefits, what are the problems, and how we can use it to find a solution. We interviewed the manager at the Manitoba's Children's Museum and provided real-life scenarios she could apply to the problems she faces at her workplace. Stay tuned and enjoy the video.
The Manitoba Children's Museum is a kids, play, and science center designed to spark kids' creativity. Located in the heart of the Forks area, it offers parents and their children time to bond and reconnect away from their busy schedules. It features 12 functional galleries, and it is located within the oldest surviving railroad facility in Manitoba. In addition to its daily admissions, it offers a space to book birthday parties and events. Given the museum's fast-paced operations and customer service demands, effective leadership is essential. Transformational leadership is well suited because it empowers staff, boosts morale, and also helps the manager to adapt in such fast-paced environments.
Leadership is the ability to influence, motivate, and empower others to contribute to the effectiveness and success of the organization to which they belong. They are characteristics of a good leader. We have integrity, accountability, empower the team, and encourage strategic thinking. To be a good leader, you should have all these attributes. There are 4 main leadership perspectives, but today we are going to focus on transformative leadership. Transformative leadership is a perspective that describes how leaders transform teams or organizations by developing, sharing, and demonstrating a clear vision, motivating employees to work towards achieving the vision. Transformative leaders don't just manage tasks, they inspire people, shape culture, and move organizations towards a shared and meaningful future. Let's break down each component. There are 4 elements of transformative leadership. Develop a strategic vision. Transformative leaders create a clear and meaningful vision for the future by communicating it with energy and purpose. They inspire people to work towards a shared direction that feels exciting and worthwhile. Build the vision. These leaders lead by example. They demonstrate the values and behaviors they expect from others, earning trust through consistent actions rather than words alone. Encourage experimentation. Transformative leaders promote creativity and new thinking. They encourage people to challenge assumptions and explore fresh ideas that help organizations improve and grow. Build commitment to the vision. They build commitment by offering personalized support and mentorship, by understanding each person's needs and helping them grow. Leaders can create genuine buy-in in the shared vision.
Today, I will be discussing the history of the transformational leadership model. The transformational leadership model has become one of the most influential leadership models today, even though its foundations stretch back several decades across political science, sociology, and organizational psychology. The idea first developed in the mid-20th century as scholars began to explore leadership focused not just on rewards and exchanges, but on genuine change. The term transformational leadership was formally introduced by James McGregor Burns in 1978. In his key work Leadership, he differentiated between transactional leadership, which was based on rewards and performance, from transformational leadership, which elevates followers' motivation, purpose, and morality. Burns believed leadership should be driven by values, ethics, and a higher sense of collective good rather than simple exchanges. Building on Burns, Bernard Bass expanded the model in the 1980s and made it measurable for real organizations. He identified the famous 4 I's, which are idealized influence, inspirational motivation, intellectual stimulation, and individualized consideration. Bass also developed the multi-factor leadership questionnaire, which was a key tool for researching transformational and transactional leadership. During the 1990s, Bass and Avoli further developed the model into the full-range leadership model. They showed that transformational leadership is linked to greater motivation, job satisfaction, and organizational performance. From the 2000s onward, it became connected with other major leadership concepts like authentic, charismatic, ethical, and servant leadership. Researchers also examine cultural differences and the risk of pseudo-transformational leaders who may use influence for manipulation rather than growth. Today, transformational leadership models is widely used in business, education, healthcare, government, and more. Despite some critics, it remains one of the most respected and empirically supported approaches for understanding how leaders inspire people and change and shape organizational structure.
So I'm going to talk about the benefits and limitations of the model.
The first benefit is that it inspires high motivation and commitment from employees. Building commitment to the vision increases employees' motivation, engagement, and gives them a sense of purpose because they believe in their leaders' commitment to the vision and to achieve their shared goals. Second benefit is that it encourages creativity and innovation. This pushes employees to experiment and learn from their mistakes, also give them the avenue to try out new ideas and contribute to the organization. The last benefit is it enhances employee development. Transformational leaders mentor, empower, and support the overall growth of employees, which in return builds their confidence and improves the overall capacity of the organization.
As the manager of Manitoba's Children's Museum, I'm currently experiencing significant challenges due to short staffing in key leadership roles. With the director of education position vacant, I have had to assume all responsibilities associated with that role while simultaneously managing three other teams that rely heavily on my guidance. This has created an increased workload requiring me to balance high level decision makings, program oversight, and administrative duties.
Another problem that the manager is currently facing are operational bottlenecks. The museum is solely dependent on her, for instance, when it comes to accessing the cash for their day-to-day needs. And on days when she either calls in sick or she's off, it means the museum opens late. And because of that, usually it slows down everything.
Another challenge I'm facing is managing staff workload and maintaining motivation during our busiest periods. As we approach rental seasons and peak visitor months at the museum, some staff members become overwhelmed and may struggle to perform their task effectively. There are instances where some staff spend time in the back room or on their phones while support is needed on the floor or within the museum galleries. This requires me to continuously monitor their performance and ensure that they stay on top of their duties while balancing my own responsibilities and attending to the other essential tasks of my role.
That she's facing is high turnover and ongoing training demands. She constantly has to balance between training part-time staff as well as full-time staff while also having to manage her other tasks and having different schedules.
The importance of the solution is essential because transformational leadership doesn't just address the surface level issues. It targets the causes affecting the museum's daily operations. One of the biggest impacts is that it reduces turnover. When staff feel supported, guided, and recognized, they are more likely to stay, which helps the constant retraining the museum currently faces. Transformational leadership also improves communication flow. We can reduce misunderstandings and delays by creating clear expectations and open dialogue on all teams. Another important benefit is that it creates stability across teams. With shared goals and more unified direction, part-time and full-time staff feel more connected and coordinated in their work. Ultimately, this builds long-term organizational health by improving morale, strengthening trust, and supporting continuous improvement.
We can apply the transformational leadership model to find solutions to each problem we discussed earlier. The solution to our problem can start with the museum manager clarifying expectations and sharing a strong vision with the staff. It will improve efficiency since the staff will be more motivated if they have a shared vision to aim for. Next, the manager can then encourage staff ideas which help reduce operational bottlenecks. With encouragement and training, it can allow the team to handle issues more independently. Another solution is having the manager unite the part-time and the full-time employees around shared goals. It will give them more motivation to manage the overwhelming schedule during busy days. Finally, individualized support and regular check-ins can address the high turnover. When staff feel valued, they are less likely to leave, and that means it will lessen the cycle of onboarding and training. Overall, this model offers a solution to the museum and strengthens the communication and efficiency across the three teams.
As shown in our presentation, transformational leadership creates workplaces where people feel motivated, supported, and connected to a meaningful purpose. It goes beyond managing daily tasks. It builds a culture of trust, innovation, and personal growth. At the Manitoba Children's Museum, this approach is valuable as the organization navigates staffing shortages, operational bottlenecks, and varying levels of staff motivation. By communicating a clear shared vision and leading by example and investing in individualized development, leaders can inspire staff to take initiative, collaborate better, and show up with energy during the busiest season. This helps to strengthen the team morale, reduce turnover, and ensure that both part-time and full-time employees feel equally important in delivering positive visitor experiences. Ultimately, applying transformational leadership not only supports smoother operations, it reinforces the museum's mission of creating joyful educational spaces where families come to connect with their children and the children can also explore and play. It drives long-term success by developing future leaders and building a resilient team committed to making a meaningful impact to the world.
Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed our video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe.
Bye.